Well, a number of years ago, New York Magazine published a list of outstanding examples of a number of categories. For instance, the most outstanding tourist attraction, the Statue of Liberty. The most outstanding delicatessen, Carnegie Deli. The best pizza parlor, Ray's in Greenwich Village, of course. And, believe it or not, the most outstanding example of a Latin expression, the ablative absolute. So if anyone ever says in your presence that Latin is a dead language, you can rebut them by telling them that the ablative absolute made it into the pages of New York Magazine. Now, how about that? The ablative absolute is a very compact Latin construction that gives you some background information prior to launching into the main part of the sentence. In English, this information will be given usually by a fairly lengthy subordinate clause. The ablative absolute enables the orator, or the poet, or the historian to convey an awful lot of information in just a couple of words. There's nothing like an example to illustrate what an ablative absolute looks like. So I've chosen bello confecto, 2 words in the ablative case, which convey the following information: when the war was over. Now, we don't know where the sentence is going from that point. This little bit of background information is entirely independent of the main sentence. There are 2 tasks to accomplish in order to become an absolute master of the absolute ablative. The first is to recognize the ablative absolute when it appears in the text, and secondly, to translate it. To recognize an ablative absolute, I've given you a few simple rules. 1, it contains a minimum of 2 words in the ablative case. 2, it is often set off by commas, but not always. And that's a gift from the modern editor, because I hate to break it to you, the ancient manuscripts did not have any commas. But that's a clue when you're translating that you might be, it's not 100% of the time, you might be looking at an ablative absolute. And third, it is in no way a part of the grammar of the main part of the sentence. It is parenthetical. And that means that the words that are in the ablative absolute do not appear again in the rest of the sentence.